95.9 WATD, the South Shore's Morning News. Rob and Beth, Dr. John Hayes in the house. For a better experience at the doctor's office, try Dr. John Hayes' new highly personalized and affordable direct primary care practice. Find out more at drjohnhayesjr.com. Dr. John Hayes, good morning.
Hey, Rob, good morning. Good morning, Beth.
All right, so the topic this week, vitamin A, the forgotten key nutrient. Fill us in.
Yeah, so this is a real important one. A couple of things, though, I want to highlight. And, again, much more information on our blog. And there's a lot of stuff about vitamin A that's not there that I want to try to cover first. Most important thing to understand is this is not something you want to blindly take as a supplement. It can be toxic. It can also cause birth defects. And this is something that's not commonly posted on multivitamin nutrients. So one of the key takeaways is women of childbearing age most of the time should be taking a broad spectrum dietary supplement for at least 6 months before that has primarily folic acid, but also relatively moderate and small amounts of other nutrients. So most prenatal formulas will have like 5,000 IUs of vitamin A, sometimes a little bit less, but certainly not more. That's number one. Number two is you've got to be very careful with it because everybody's dosing can be different. One of the things that I oftentimes will do in patients that have respiratory infections, GI infections, skin issues is temporarily bump up vitamin A usage and monitor it carefully, and that can help to resolve infections and a number of different things too. So I think probably one of the most important things is to just give folks an idea of how important vitamin A is and all the things it deals with. Vision, really key. And in our society, this is something that's not, visual health's not improving. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of it is, in addition to our light exposures, blue light, etc., it's probably vitamin A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because, the best sources of vitamin A are natural sources, bright colored vegetables, leafy green vegetables.
That's where carrots come in.
Yeah, carrots.
Yeah.
Yep, carotenoids.
Sweet potatoes?
Sweet potatoes, yeah. Number one source of carotenoids, which are the pre-vitamin A or pro-vitamin A.
Okay, so that's important. So remember to have these key ingredients as we talk about, but also, Doctor, there should be warning because as we mentioned before, we shouldn't go overboard.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things I caution people on. With everything now, it's something that's just rampant. We've spoke this ad nauseum time after time, but this one's key because it can cause a lot of trouble. Just like we said, vitamin A can be toxic or cause birth defects. It also is essential for procreation. It just is. We need it for sperm cells, egg cells, etc. The lining of fallopian tubes, you name it.
Reproductive health in general.
Exactly. And the other one that a lot of people aren't aware of, I think a lot of people are aware of skin because of, retinol or that type of thing.
That'll say
are
sometimes
vitamin A
on the
serums,
bottle, right?
yeah.
Doesn't it usually say contains?
It does, some of them.
Yes. So I think a lot of people were there, but a lot of people are not aware that vitamin A can also influence our dental health greatly.
Oh,
so
really?
Eyes and teeth. It's not oftentimes going to make the association.
Oh, this is good to know.
And a bunch of other things too. So I think the key takeaway for today is really just let people know how important it is. Again, so much of it just comes back to lifestyle and diet. It's so key. Wide variety of vegetables, especially in your diet. Healthy fruits like we talked about before. And it makes such a big difference. And work with your physician on some of these other issues. And don't ignore it because, respiratory infections are obviously more common this time of year. Sometimes a little boost in vitamin A can make a big difference along with some of the other things we've talked about before.
Wow, that's great because honestly, the blog article says the forgotten key nutrient. And I really do forget about vitamin A sometimes.
We do.
Yeah.
It's not highlighted like, the miracle cure. But
people say vitamin D.
Vitamin D. So
vitamin C, B12. Yeah, I love B12.
They're all important.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. They're all important.
Right.
They're all important.
Every letter of the alphabet is important to make up words, which is pretty much your healthy body.
So you're saying, all of these vitamins should be given their due, which obviously, because naturally they have a purpose.
They do. Yeah, we'd be dead without them, quite frankly.
But even if somebody's extremely healthy, they're prioritizing carrots and sweet potatoes and those leafy greens, do they also still need that multivitamin?
It depends.
Okay.
It depends. It really depends. Oftentimes, though, the answer is yes because of trace elements and things that we don't commonly get like we used to back in the day before, water was filtered and, foods generally aren't as healthy as they were.
Right. And sometimes we just can't eat enough to get that nutrient.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
All right. So be sure you check your vitamin A, and it is critical to immune functioning. As Dr. John Hayes says, it helps not only our eyes, but also teeth as well, among
Absolutely.
other things.
Just about every body part.
Vitamin A, the forgotten key nutrient, but not forgotten anymore. Dr. John Hayes giving it its due, and you can read more in the blog, right?
Absolutely. And give us a call. Shoot us a text if you have any questions or concerns.
781-659-7989, 781-659-7989. Dr. John Hayes is located in Marshfield. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks,
We'll talk to you next
Doctor.
Thursday.
See you guys. Yep.
See you next week.
Take care.
Next Thursday on WATD, Dr. John Hayes. And he joins us every week at this time on WATD.